Hello, 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 and welcome to the day. How's everybody doing today? How is everybody's day going? What's up, friends? The camera has a nice little thing going. I don't know what this is. Get a little got a little secret lair to go over today, man. How is everybody doing? Nice to see you all. Adam is here. MTG Gaming Bob. Venom. What's up, my friend? Poster. Josh Williams is here. Good afternoon, everybody. Tyler Hennessy, nice to see you. Says, let's go. What's up, Martishius Mob? 5-9 is here, says, gang, gang. Nice to see you. Josh says, I just live vicariously through you con goers. My extra money goes to cards. Venom says, I chose a Cedar Point trip over Vegas this year. I need my roller coasters. Dude, Cedar Point is great. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Adam says the baby boy has returned. Zach G, I've never been happier with the YouTube notification than the one I just got. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing? We got a secret lair to go over today. How is my sound? How's my sound settings right now? Let me know how my sound is going. Want to make sure that I'm not cutting out. I was kind of worried about that in the past stream. Want to make sure that the sound is coming through nice and crisp. Count Crisco, what's good? Nice to see you. Andrew Blank is here. Howdy, howdy, party people. Nice to see you. IROC says, damn, almost 5K now. Love the fast secret layer video as I just sold my master collection. Sounds are sounding might good. Music is quieter than usual. We can go ahead and bump music up just a smidge. Let's bump that music just a smidgy. You sound awful. Settings are fine. All right, well, that's what we need. Sound is crispy and nice. Okay, that's what we want. Jake, did you see the KEXP Secret Lair? KEXP. No. Jake, where did the spoiler image only section of the Discord go? You might have to collapse that and like bring it back up. It should be there. It should be there. Sometimes Discord will look like a section is gone and then you have to collapse it and then you got to bring it back up. It's kind of weird. Sometimes it looks like a channel is gone, but it's there. The Seattle radio station. No, send it to my Discord. We'll take a look at that. So is it sold differently? Is it sold in a different site or is it still sold on the Secret Lair website? I'll have to take a look at that. That sounds different. We do have a very fun stream planned. We're going to go over the Secret Lair that was spoiled earlier today. So I hope you are looking forward to that. We're going to take a look at what's going on there. Let's turn that down a little bit. Just got to do one thing here really quick. Got to update a couple settings. Hope everybody's doing well. I had a really fun time yesterday. Paige and I went to a local bar and we played some Magic with Food Time, and Scott came up. We played some games with them. It was great. We played for hours. We ended up getting in 5 whole games of Commander in one evening. If you can believe it, it actually happened. We have one hell of a stream plan today. we are going to be talking about Secret Lair, the ultimate pencil. I just need a moment because I got to update a couple settings on this stream that I forgot to do. So I want to get that done really quick. Then I am going to be responding to all of you in a very short amount of time here. All right, we are going over the Secret Lair, the ultimate pencil Superdrop that was spoiled on April 28th, 2025. There are raised foil Secret Lairs that are being sold for $100 a pop. 5 cards in a raised foil treatment, including Underworld Breach. Is it worth it? We're gonna find out. Let's save that. Noodle Banana donated 5 through the super chat. Cheers to a great stream. Glad you're having such a fun, nerdy visit with Paige and friends. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I even won a game. I won 2 games. I won a game and we were playing Kingdoms, and then I also won a game playing Mendicant Core, which was Paige's deck. And that was a pretty spicy game because I ended up getting in with commander damage versus Food Times Partners deck, and she was on life gain and she had like 106 life, and so I was able to get in with commander damage to get the dub. It was pretty wild, man. All right, let's see here. One moment. We are almost done here. Sorry chat, had a little bit of a brain fart here. It has been a busy morning, very busy morning over here. I'm trying to get this apartment locked down, and it has been well, for lack of a better word, it has been difficult. It has been a pain in the buttocks. It has been a pain in the butt. All right. Commander gameplay, Commander live, EDH live. All right, here we go. Secret Lair, new. Secret Lair Underworld Breach. All right. What do you guys think? Is this the very first time that Underworld Breach has got a Secret Lair? I'm pretty sure that it has, which leads me to believe that this is going to be a spicy one. All right. Okay, I'm back, folks. Sorry, just wanted to make sure that we were in a good spot. iRock TV with the $13.99 super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. I beat your wife. Oh no, I beat his wife. Oh god. Everyone's gonna clip that and be like, take it out of context. iRock TV, you are the chat champ. Quick shout out to Noodle Banana, who was the chat champion, and then very quickly, iRock TV has now become the chat champ. Let's get that up there. Let's get the chat champ up on the screen. Oops. Chat champion. Got to get our chat champion up here. We appreciate you so much. And then we are going to crack right in, start talking about some secret lair stuff, which is going to be very fun. Got the... There we go. There we go. I found it. I found it, chat. Our current chat champion of the day is iRockTV. IROCTV1. Let's go. There we go. Did it. Replaced. Boom. Now we can turn that back on. All right, chat. We are here. We are here. We are present. We are alive. Welcome to the day. Thank you for spending your time with us. Let me pull this to the side. We got 67 people watching. Let's try to get to 69 likes. I would love to do it. Can we do it? Can we make it happen? Would like to see it happen. There we go, baby. iRockTV chat champion. Boom. Thank you so much. Let's see here. I want to talk about some stuff. Blight Widow says, hello, friends. Yes. Yeah. There's a bunch in that 2-row box over there. The 2-row box. You're welcome. Paige is in the background. She is organizing some cards and stuff, which is something that we've been meaning to do. Yeah. Scott says it was a lot of fun. Oh, talking about our game. Winter sushi dinner. Yeah, Scott says, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was playing Naya Control with Trapjaw, Tyrant, and Goblin Bombardment with Food Time being the recipient. Oh, God. Yeah, dude. Trapjaw, Tyrant, that is a card. Forgot to write my chat. What did you say? From iRockTV. What did you say? What did we miss? Keep up the great work. Longtime watcher. Oh, and the raised foil layer is over 168 Canadian. Jesus. Dude. It's insane. Appropriate that insane goon after that says, you got the link to the secret lair. Yes, I do. Let me go ahead and drop this. Go ahead and drop this here for everybody so that you can take a little look-see at what we're going to be reading. I want you all to be able to see this. Let's close that out. Let's bring this back up. This is what we're going to be looking at today, everybody. Let's go ahead and post this here. Boom. You can go ahead and take a look at it right there. You staying in that apartment or moving? I am going to be staying in here for the time being, at least the next few months. Christopher says, just got here. You can put the chat champ up now. There we go. Yes. Arcanal, one of the key points WotC keeps missing is people will pay for secret layers if they have good cards. The reason why Deadpool sold so well is because it had good staples that also had unique art. Yes, there was not one dud in Deadpool. I also find it to be an extremely successful secret layer. I'm right on the same page with you. I love the fake game spam ads. Let's see here. We got Brody says, hey, yo, Paige. Arcanal says, give me a secret layer with Ristic Study, Anointed Procession, Ocelot, Pride, Doubling Season, stuff like that. Oh man, tell me about it. Paige says, hello. Obadiah, I'm passing on this layer. Too many red cards. The cartoon baby art is trash and too much money. Yeah, I will say this. I will not be buying the bundle. I will not be buying the bundle. WotC cutting into the secondary market with $100 drops. Those special foil drops use the same $40 price Gilded Galaxy. I know, right? I know. I think back in the day, that Galaxy foil one, was that Galaxy foil one like 50? That might have been the reason why I didn't buy more than one of the Galaxy foil Soul Ring, Signet, Lightning Greaves, that one. I think I passed on it because it was a little bit more, and now it's an insane price. If you could build your own ideal secret lair, what cards would you put in it? I'll have to think on that. Definitely something that has Hedron Crab and Chaos Wand in it. And then for like a value card, I would probably put in something like I would also, I mean, a Liliana of the Veil would be cool. A Tarmogoyf would be cool. Like old cards, old staples. A Snapcaster Mage would be tight. Secret Lair. Yeah, sometimes I say layer, but what I mean is Secret Lair. Secret Lair. Nerd and proud of it says, hey JK, everyone, hope you all are well. Appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Mercedes Martishius says, hi, my fans. Mom is here. She is here. Paige says, hello, Mom. 87 viewers in 15 minutes. Jake is awesome. Hi, Adam. Yeah, we're going to go over this secret lair because this is one that's pretty spicy. I think it's one that we are definitely need to talk about. It definitely has some spice to it. And now that we have everything pretty much set here, I think it's a good enough time to go ahead and dive right on in. I'm going to be using, let's use TCG Player. Make sure that we are signed out, and we are. We're also going to be using MTG stocks today. And we're going to be switching around between these different sites to kind of get a good idea of what we're working with. So let's go ahead and jump right into the main segment. I will go ahead and start making notes so that we can have chapters set up. Big thank you to our chat champion, iRockTV, with the $13.99. If you would like to get in there and become our chat champion, all you have to do is super chat more than that. What a time to be alive. All right, so we've got at the 21-minute mark, we'll go ahead and start our main segment. Let's get it going. iRock just, what did you just do? $69.99? Had to get you to 69 somehow, passing on some blessings for you and the family today. Oh, and from a sealed value perspective, they double or triple in value or more. Not investing advice, but something to keep in mind. Yeah, not financial advice. Holy cow. Looks like I need to, hold on, let's go back to the live scene here because I need to update our chat champion here. Jeez, holy cannoli. Let's update that really quick and then we'll get this going. Wow, did you seriously? $69.99? All right. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all are too much, man. iRock TV, I appreciate you so much. It's super kind. The $69.99 super chat. Holy crap. Do we just make it pink because it was a pink one? I think that would be fun. Let's increase the text size. Holy crap. Thank you so much. That is insanely generous. Oh my goodness gracious. iRock TV with the $69.99 super chat. Thank you so much. That really means a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, who doesn't like $15 in value for $200? Thank you so much, man. Seriously, that means a lot. Damn. I really appreciate you. We love your voice. Mom, you're biased. You're biased. Jake can eat hot wings now. That's right. We can feast on some hot wings, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's get into this segment. I rock, you rock. I rock, you rock. You rock, I rock. All right, let's get it going. Holy crap. What a good way to start things off. It means a lot. All right, so we got Secret Lair over here. Oh, baby, do we have Secret Lair over here. Let's go ahead and zoom on in a smidge. Oh, that looks good. That fits perfectly. All right, Secret Lair, the Ultimate Pencil Super Drop. We'll go ahead and record this just in case we want to re-release it, do a super cut of it, make it a little bit more concise and just release it as a video. This is going to be Secret Lair, the Ultimate Pencil Super Drop. This is a Martishius Magic review over here. Little review action. We are going to interact with chat. We're not just going to leave chat out to dry. I do want to talk about, oh wait, hold on now. Hold on a second. Hold on just a freaking second. We need it on here. Where is it? Add source. Boom. Let's put this down here for this segment. Boom. There we go. Okay, so Secret Lair, the Ultimate Pencil Super Drop. Ever since 2019, the Secret Lair team has delivered groundbreaking offerings that continue to delight Magic players worldwide. Now, we're taking the next logical step. Every single order from the Ultimate Pencil Super Drop includes Secret Lair's very first pencil. What? What the hell am I reading? Yeah, my mom is in here. She's a regular. She's a regular. Oh, man. Okay. Let's keep reading. The Ultimate Pencil Super Drop hits the virtual shelves on May 12th, 2025 at 9 a.m. As of the filming of this video is April 28th. So we're getting this in early. Make sure that you are subscribed if you want to get in here early for Secret Lair. First reactions, this kind of stuff. We will ultimately be like live streaming this kind of thing. So if this is something that you're interested in or something that you feel like you get value out of, I would say please subscribe. We hope to see you back in the future. and to the future. Back to and in the future. All right, I'm done with that joke. That was not a great joke. We're just gonna move on from the Back to the Future joke. All orders over $100 will receive free shipping. Yay, free shipping. Good. Terms and conditions may apply to these promotions, so see magicsecretlair.com for details. The Ultimate Pencil Superdrop is coming soon, and the world, or at least your notebooks, will never be the same. These drops go on sale starting May 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time over on magicsecretlair.com. These drops are available in limited quantities. While there's no hard end date on the sale, we do plan to clean up the storefront from time to time and remove products that have been around for a while. We've seen this. Ferris Drop of All is a good example. The Ferris Drop of All, it was supposed to be a one and done for everybody, but then it didn't sell very well. It got put into a bundle, and I don't even know if it's like a one per person or how it works anymore, but it seems like something that you could just go and buy. This is one of the most wild ones that I've seen. Secret Lair X KEXP. So this is the one that Adam was talking about. This is pretty wild because it is a massive departure from regular MTG art. You know, we've seen this a lot with Secret Lair. A lot of these different lairs have all of their own unique art, but this one is particularly crazy because none of the cards within it really have any sort of cohesive theme other than that it's like music related. So we see like some cool stuff that kind of reminds me of album covers. There might be some of you that have an idea of what some of this stuff is that I don't recognize, but we have Cultural Exchange, Folio of Fancies, Concordant Crossroads, probably the big headliner card here if I had to guess, Font of Mythos, and you have Rites of Flourishing. I'm going to go ahead and close the door so we're not getting loud noises. Okay. Yeah, the art is something. The art is something. Oh, Hunter Hamilton DVDs CV says, Mom, let me tell you, you raised a sweetheart. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Concert posters. Yeah, they got kind of like a concert poster look. That's kind of what I'm getting. The Seattle punk style art. Seattle punks should stop it. Chat, what do you think of this art? Let us know in the comments. Let me go ahead and get a poll going. For Secret Lair X KEXP, want to know what your thoughts are. We'll just get a poll stream going over here. Shout out to Brody, who's gonna bring us some pretty spicy thumbnails here in the future. All right. Getting a little bit of lag here. Let's go ahead and refresh. Crack and Jank, nice to see you. What's up, party people? Nice to see you. All right, there we go. Hopefully that fixed the issue. Start a poll. Oh, there we go. Secret Lair X KEXP. You are not alone. Are you buying it? Start a poll. This one for me is probably a pickup, even though the value isn't massive here. I like how it looks. I've got a vibe going on that I'm a fan of. I don't want to move. No, Chat Champ is good there. We're good there. I'm a fan of it. I was thinking maybe we move Chat Champ up here. But no, that's too small. Yeah, we'll just keep it here. Good with it there. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the price of some of these cards. Why is it not letting... Oh. We are over here on MTG stocks. Let's take a look at Cultural Exchange. Choose any number of creatures target player controls. Choose the same number of creatures another target player controls. Those players exchange control of those creatures. So it's an interesting card. Though I will say, not my fave. Zoik Scoob. All right, so it's like a $5 bill. All right, that's fine. We got Folio of Fancies. Let's go ahead and take a look at that one. We're just gonna get kind of like breakdown of each of the cards here. Take a look at what we got going on. Oh, I remember this card. Little Eldraine card going on here. So yeah, not a lot of value going on, but it does look pretty tight. Concordant Crossroads. This card has been reprinted. It used to be a super scarce one. Let's see where it's at now. Okay. All right. So this is definitely going to end up being the value card of this lair. I'm seeing 12. I'm seeing market prices as low as 16 for the Chronicles version. So I see 12 for heavily played. I see some damage. So lightly played, about 16 if you wanted to pick that one up. So 16 plus 2, that's 18, plus the 5 for Cultural Exchange. Rites of Flourishing, pretty sure that's a pretty chill price as well. This is pretty much showing you exactly what you need to do if you want to go in here. Yeah, Rites of Flourishing, very chill value. And then Font of Mythos, nice little group hug card. I believe Food Time was on Font of Mythos last night. Oh, okay, Font of Mythos. There's value on that. Okay, so honestly, value not extremely bad here. No role reversal. That's right. I think we can all just kind of have a little bit of a clap. Robert Redbeard is here. What's up? Nice to see you. I love your breakdowns. I love your energy, dude. More close-ups on your muscles. Whenever you have a new secret lair or a new Instagram reel, I love all of your close-ups on just random shit, including and not limited to your muscles. All right, here we go. Let's keep it going here. So this one for me, and always keep in mind with all of these different Secret Lair products, there is going to be a secret card in there. So even though we're giving you a breakdown, like, you know, $10 for Font of Mythos, 50 cents for Rites of Flourishing, 16 for Concordant Crossroads, $2 for Folio of Fancies, $5 for Culture Exchange. Keep in mind there's going to be a secret card in there, and that secret card is definitely going to add to the value. And with Secret Lair products these days, you have like a baseline card that's going to end up being, you know, like your low end. A good example is in SpongeBob. In SpongeBob, you can get the Command Tower, which is... Hold on one second. Turn off that air conditioning. Just like push it in and hit off. Yeah, push the whole device in. And then twist it to the left. Oh, wait. Hold on, I got it. So a good example of this is SpongeBob, right? With SpongeBob, you get the command tower, which is like what you're going to find the most. Then if you get lucky, your secret card is going to be a Dismember, which there's definitely some value there. That's like $20 or $30 card. Or you get really lucky and you get the troll counterspell with like the Burning Eyes text that's like lowercase capitalized. Or you get extremely lucky and you get the Smothering Tithe, which is like a $300 or $400 card. So just something to keep in mind. So this one for me, pretty cool. I like the art. It appears that there's at least some value. A lot of the cards here are not cards that I typically play or have a huge interest in playing, but I do like the Concordant Crossroads. I do like that there's value in this one, so pretty cool. Tune into the legendary independent radio station KEXP. In between songs, you'll often hear a phrase repeated by DJs. You are not alone. It's a simple phrase, but in those moments when you're feeling down, it makes the world feel a little bit brighter, a little less lonely every time. Inspired by KEXP's commitment to bringing people together through all kinds of music, the visuals on these cards honor a diverse range of gig poster art styles. Wow, it is incredible what you can learn simply by reading instead of speculating, which is what I needed to do from the beginning with this, apparently. For the card choices, we picked 5 group hug cards that will get everyone at the table smiling together. Music brings us together. Magic brings us together. You are not alone. Art by Braulio Amato, Jesse Ledoux, Max Lofer, Bene Rollman, and Jay Ryan. I probably butchered a bunch of those names, but we do have the non-foil at $29.99. That's pretty typical for Secret Lair prices, and then the rainbow foil at $40. We have Secret Lair KEXP, where the music matters. All of these lands as well, pretty sweet. You've got like kind of like the barn gig here with like the plains on the background. You've got the island with the kind of like the awning with this the mana symbol for island, swamp with like the swamp on the poster. I love all of these. Everything that's going on here, very cool. Got kind of like the disco ball going on here on the mountain. Lands, sometimes, you know, you shake a stick at the lands and then these end up being some of the best ones. So if music is your vibe, if you are really into it, this probably speaks to you. From the sketchy basement where you caught your first punk show to the legendary gathering space at independent radio station KEXP's headquarters, music and music venues have a special relationship. Quick experiment. Put on a song you used to love and close your eyes. Where are you transported? Stand quietly on an empty stage. What do you hear? These lands celebrate places where music lives and where music matters. KEXP originates from a very specific place in the shadow of the Space Needle. You can actually just show up and drink coffee while you watch the DJ spin. It's great. But it extends across the universe, spreading music and love in places you might never expect. Art by Dan Black and Jessica Siemens. Friends of KEXP, where the music matters. And what's cool about this, they're doing the same thing as in SpongeBob. You're getting 2 of each. They took a note. Early on, you would get 1 of each in these secret lairs. Not saying that, you know, oh man, go out and buy plains and islands, mountains, swamps, forests. But they are putting 2 in of each. And you might be like, well, 2 is kind of still low. I'll just tell you this. A lot of highly tuned commander decks, the thing that we cover the most over here is commander. A lot of highly tuned decks, a lot of the time, are only going to run a few basics. So like, for example, I have the SpongeBob basics in my Joda deck. I have 1 of each basic in there. Other than that, I have Pain lands, I have Triomes and all of the Shard lands. I have fetch lands. You just don't have a lot of room for basics. So I think that this is probably a good place for this to live. 2 of each is probably good. It's a lot better than it used to be. And it's also a lot better than the weird astrology thing that they did where they just gave you a bunch of each one. I just feel like those were kind of, I don't know. I passed on all the astrology stuff. Maybe you didn't, but that's definitely something that I ended up passing on. Really quick. Let's see how this poll ended up doing. Seen a lot of no's. A lot of no's for KEXP off of 49 votes. If you want to get your vote in, make your voice heard on these polls that we're doing, just let us know. I do want to talk a little bit about, you know, the value of the lands, because in a local game store, for example, you might go in and, you know, you might do a draft. They're just going to give you free lands. They're just going to be like, just take them, right? Just take the lands. But sometimes the lands in Secret Lair actually have value. So even though I can't sit here and say, you know, lands are worth $30 or lands are worth $40 foil, Secret Lair lands often do pretty well. Let's see here. Cold Truth says they know it doesn't hurt any of their card equity. Basic lands have no equity. They don't care to act like they're giving us more when it doesn't affect them. Exactly. I mean, the thing is I feel like, you know, they're printing money, man. They just straight up print money over there. So they're on a mission. Yeah. Let's look for a moment here, because I want to show you this. Just because this one's kind of in everybody's mind here. Lands Under the Sea have the same amount. How do I just look up SpongeBob Island? All right, here we go. So lands under the sea. You got island here. You got a lot of Secret Lair islands. Just want to kind of give you a moment to look at some of this stuff. Like, look at this one. You have good value over here, man. Some of these islands do very well. You got the brain dead ones that did well. Post Malone Island. Rainbow foil. This island is a straight up meme. If you bought this, you're doing pretty well. And man, I bought a lot of these. Honey. It's like a freaking $16 card. This ended up, I mean, like, give me a break. Little Omnisize says, so my buddy's wife had to do something at work where she was allowed into Hasbro. They have a discount magic store of all the overstock. She bought a bunch of Secret Lairs for around $8 a piece. Jeez, that's wild. Angling Spiders says, just on in the background, still at work. Had it out this weekend. Super fun. Nice. Darth Brando over on Twitch. Yeah, anybody hanging out over on Twitch, we really do appreciate you. We are going over the Ultimate Pencil Super Drop. If you're enjoying the stream, click like and subscribe. Wow. Yeah, these islands did really well. Can anyone remind me of how many they put in each of these? Was it 5? Was it 10? How many islands did they put in each of these? Paige is saying 10. I feel like it was like, was it 5? Wow. Yeah, so I'm just showing you here. This is just before we move on from the Secret Lair lands. Just wanted to kind of show you this. Oh, wow. Okay, so this is a good example. You got a really, really weird one here, right? Product 10x foil island in here. You were right. It is 10. How many of these did I buy? Jeez. You didn't get any? You know how much this is sealed? 141. I think I bought like 5 of them. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so just from the standpoint of, you know, people like to meme. Yeah, it's pretty wild. So sometimes they do well, sometimes they don't. Like, not financial advice, if you like the SpongeBob Island, now is probably a good time to pick it up. SpongeBob recently came out. It's the kind of thing where it's like, oh, you know, here's an island that is unique, a unique IP. You give us 6 months or a year down the road, these will become more rare. They will get soaked up. Yeah. I know, right? 5-9. God, you're right. You versus your lady at the end match will dictate the rest of the night. God, you're not right. You're not wrong. Yeah, Halcyon Knight. The Vagilans. The Vigilants. The Vigilants. Not safe for work. Arcanel, instead of an island, can I literally have any other land? I do hate blue. Ugh. Super gross. But let's look at one that isn't a meme like that. Here's one. Secret Lair drop. Just a very unique kind of island. So keep an eye on basic lands. Don't always just shrug these off and be like, there's nothing there. Let's move on. We got featuring Jay Howell. Featuring Jay Howell. Agent of Treachery, Priest of Forgotten Gods, Treasonous Ogre, Uncivil Unrest, and Marquesa the Black Rose. So this one's kind of cool. You have a commander in here. And you have Agent of Treachery is not bad. Priest of Forgotten Gods has gotten a lot of reprints. Is this by chance the same animator of Bob's Burgers? Hold on. Los Angeles-based illustrator Jay Howell is the best. He's built a fandom across animation, illustration, and fortunately for us, within the Secret Lair team. We were absolutely thrilled to get to work with him on these cards. There's the start of a nice Marquesa commander deck in here, but it's up to you to decide how you want to play these. More importantly, we're happy to have you in the game, Jay. Agent of Treachery, Priest of Forgotten Gods, Treasonous Ogre, Uncivil Unrest, and Marquesa. What's really cool about this, Treasonous Ogre is a fantastic card. I love this card. Priest of Forgotten Gods, very good playable card. Agent of Treachery, very good card. High mana value. This card used to be at the top end of a lot of control decks. It is a good card. Uncivil Unrest, non-token creatures you control have Riot. That is good. If a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage instead. Oh god, we love that. We love that. That is good. And then obviously you have a commander in this deck. Marquesa, dethrone. Other creatures you control have dethroned, and whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it dies, return that card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. So you do have the makings of a Grixis commander deck here. I like a Secret Lair that typically comes with a legendary creature that people can build around. A very good example is Kalia, which just recently came out. We'll go ahead and take a look at that one. Kalia Rainbow Foil, already $100. 100 smackarooskies for just the Kalia. This one came out in the last Superdrop. If you missed this one, I know that there were some issues on the site, but this is a fantastic example of how sometimes this can do very well. Now, this art is drastically different than the art that we're talking about over here, but it's just something to keep in mind. You have one card already over there that's commanding more than 2x of the price that this Secret Lair was just to get in foil. You got the foil layer. What was it called? Tragic Romance? That's what it was. Tragic Romance is $134 unopened for the rainbow foil one. So pretty wild to see that kind of appreciation right out the gate. I do love Treasonous Ogre. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the price of these cards. Agent of Treachery. That's a $5 card. Not bad. I do want to get another poll going here. I appreciate all 96 of you hanging out. If you are enjoying the stream, click like and subscribe. We would appreciate you coming back in the future. He is the Bob's Burgers designer. Got it. Okay, I thought so. That is a very specific and unique art style. Chat, we need to get to 69 likes to match our super chat. The super chat is about to go away from iRock. I really do appreciate you. Thank you again for the $69 and the the massive dono before that. Thank you so much. What's that? The Bob's Burgers one? I know, right? I love Bob's Burgers. All right, let's go ahead and get another poll going. And this is Artist Series J Howell that you see on the screen right here. Are you buying it? Let's start a poll. All right, so let's keep going. We got Priest of Forgotten Gods, Agent of Treachery. Yeah, Priest, it's been reprinted so many times, it's like $1 card at this point. After shipping, so let's say $2. So you got Agent of Treachery, which is $5. Priest of Forgotten Gods, which is like $2. Treasonous Ogre. Yeah, Treasonous Ogre is a very good card. We like Treasonous Ogre. So we're looking at market price of about $9, $10 on Ogre. So 10 plus 2 for Priest is 12, plus 5 for Agent. We're looking at 17. I am so sick of that. That needs to stop. Like, I'm not touching any of that stuff. Uncivil Unrest. Oh, Uncivil Unrest is a good card. This is a good reprint. And it looks like it only has the one printing right now. So Uncivil Unrest being 12, that takes us to about 29, and then Marquesa. Okay, and Marquesa's been reprinted a lot. So not a lot of value on the Marquesa. But again, because it is a Secret Lair and it is an artist series, I would take the price of the secondary market with a grain of salt. If you're a big fan of this style of art, I could see, you know, people that like Bob's Burgers and people that like this artist are probably going to come out of the woodwork for this. I would also say this is almost like Universes Beyond type stuff here. I know that these are all Magic the Gathering cards originally, but this art being Bob's Burgers, I think that there's a case for people with, you know, like Universes Beyond decks probably wanting some of this stuff just because it reminds them of some of their favorite fandoms. So pretty cool one here. Like this one. Arkanow says the Secret Lair also had Angel of Despair and Master of Cruelties, if I'm not mistaken, pretty good cards. It also had Skithiryx. Yeah, the Kalia one. Cold Truth, I feel like the featuring X series Laura never do well financially on average. I'm sure there are exceptions, but don't know how my phone snuck Laura in the last message. But yeah, I see what you, I was like, okay, Laura, I see now what you mean. Kirknall, this layer is all about the ogre. Yeah, I think so. I mean, the ogre is extremely good. Uncivil Unrest is good, but it appears to be a card that is scarce. Poster says, who is Jay Howell? This is the artist that is the designer for Bob's Burgers. Arkanow says, I'd pay 4 mana for an effect like Uncivil Unrest, but not 5. Yeah, it is kind of expensive. Brandon, Annie and I have separated. This is my partner Paige in the background that you see. Brandon says hello. She says, hey, I love Bob's Burgers, but not on my MTG card, says Poster 66. And you know what? That is super fair. And that is why all of this is, you know, it's kind of up to you what you want to get. Like, I will not be getting the bundle. I will not be getting the bundle because there's stuff in here that I like. There's stuff in here that I don't like. Let's go ahead and talk about, this is like the spicy one. This is the one that people are going to have some opinions on. I definitely have some opinions. This is Everything is on Fire. We have Chain Lightning, DRC is in here, Lava Spike, Rift Bolt, and Skewer the Critics. The art on all of these is absolutely fantastic. My opinion is these look amazing. These look amazing. But yes, too bad because the cards are mid, and it does suck to say that. Let's go ahead and get some prices here before we talk about these, and then we have something pretty serious to talk about as well, so don't go anywhere. We have Chain Lightning, Dragon's Rage Channeler. We're looking at cards that are more so for constructed decks that you're not going to see in a lot of Commander decks, and Commander being MTG's kind of flagship format kind of leaves a little bit of something to be desired here. So, Chain Lightning. Nothing. Reprinted a lot. You got the Secret Lair Cat one, but that was in Perfection, which wasn't even sold on the site. Secret Lair Perfection was a Secret Lair that was sold through Hasbro Direct. So this is one that you really got to take this one with a grain of salt, because I wouldn't even take this Chain Lightning price very seriously at all. You can even see, if you're lucky enough to get an Amonkhet Invocation version of Chain Lightning, it's not even worth much more than 25 bucks. So Chain Lightning, we're looking at like a 20-cent card here. It's been reprinted as recently as Dominaria Remastered. It used to be a pull, but not so much anymore. We also have Dragon's Rage Channeler, DRC. Geez, how the mighty have fallen. 35 cents. You got more on shipping than this card is worth. Lava Spike, it's going to be the same thing. Lava Spike. Man, people are going to have some stuff to say about this one. This is one of those layers that they do where nothing is really worth anything, and they're trying to see what they can get away with. I mean, there's no real other way to look at this. They're like, look, we are going to take the cheapest cards. Like, you could see exactly what the designers did. The designers of this layer were like, we're going to take the cheapest cards and we are going to see what we can sell people that doesn't affect the secondary market at all. Like, one of these should have at least been a lightning bolt. Okay. So all in all, less than $2 in value here. But the art is beautiful. The cards have less application than the basic lands that we talked about. So the whole, like, okay, you know, with basic lands, their intrinsic value is 0, right? They're not worth anything. But you could put them in any deck you want, which gives them application. But with this Secret Lair, we're talking cards that are niche. They don't just go in any deck. You can't just jam them into anything because they're basic lands. They're not basic lands. They are cards with very, very little value. However, they are really pushing the envelope with this one, because not only are these cards available in non-foil and rainbow foil, they are also available in raised foil. Now, this is where we're seeing something very, you know, spicy, right? We are seeing and not spicy in a good way. What we're seeing is Wizards of the Coast here is saying, what can we get away with? We're going to do this raised foil thing. We're actually going to change the templating, and we're going to make it gold around the name of the card and around the text box. And then here's the real zinger, chat. This is where things get really spicy. The raised foil price is $99. That's right. You're seeing that correctly. $99.99. So you could get the non-foil of these cards that are pretty much worthless for $30. You could get the rainbow foil of these cards that are pretty much worthless for $40, or you could get the raised foil of it for $100. For these cards that we just went over are pretty much worthless outside of the art, and no shade on the artist. Like, these are on the artists. These look awesome. Some of our drop concepts are pretty complex, subtly layered references and creative conceits on top of one another to create nuanced semiotic package. For this one, We mostly said fire hot a bunch and asked the artists to go nuts, and they did. The art on these looks amazing. None of these cards are really playable in Commander. They're all very mid cards. You got Skewer the Critics, deals 3 damage to any target. Rift Bolt deals 3 damage to any target. Lava Spike, 3 damage to any target. Chain Lightning, 3 damage. And then a Dragon's Rage Channeler. Dragon's Rage Channeler at least has some playability in Constructed. The rest of this stuff is very, very specific. I could see like maybe that red-black bump in the night deck running a couple of these cards, but for the most part, this one to me is just wild. We are going to get a poll going on this. Secret Lair featuring Jay Howell. Are you buying it? I'm seeing a lot of no's, but I'm seeing some yeses. 32% yes, 68% no. Let's go ahead and end that poll. And I want to get another poll going. This is, everything is on fire, especially your wallet if you buy this in raised foil. Start a poll. What's great about these polls is they're anonymous. So let's go ahead and start the poll. Chat, let's get to 69 likes. We're at 45 likes. Let's go ahead and push it a little bit in the algorithm. Yeah, and IROC says, yep, and it's 168 plus Canadian for that after exchange and shipping with tariffs. Yeah, it's wild. Alexander, nice to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Says, what up, Jake and chat? Yeah, nice to see all of you so much. Big shout out to all of our mods that are in chat. I know Blight Widow's out there, Kraken Jank is out there, Venom, Brody, Food Time. Everybody's out there hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Right, imagine if it were staple commander cards, but this one is about seeing what they can do, what they can get away with. This one to me is, oh man, dude. This one is rough. This one is certainly rough. Raised foil for $100. So what I see going on here is you have raised foils, and because of this treatment, we have it in our mind that, you know, because eventually this isn't just going to be raised foils, it will be them doing it with surge foils, which I'm sure that they've already done, or they're going to do it with galaxy foil like they did in the past. They did it with galaxy foils. Kraken Jank says you could build a pretty fun red burn deck with these guys. Lots of 1-drop bolts. What's a good commander to be at the helm of something like that, Jank? Is there a spot where we could put these? I find it interesting that people will comment that there are too many secret layers to keep up with, and then also get upset when every layer isn't high value flip prospect and is a niche aesthetic play. No, Jank, you know, I think that that's a good thing to think about. You know, for me, when I'm thinking about, I mean, it's clearly, this is an art. This is for the art. Because I think your argument is valid. Like, this is an easy skip for a lot of people, but it is about the art. If you like the aesthetic of these, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And sure, the whales that are going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to get the raised foil one for $100. You know, it exists so that there is something there for the whales to get. I just wish that there had been another card in here, something more iconic like a lightning bolt, especially because it's got this like 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. We could have cut like Skewer the Critics, for example, and done a lightning bolt there. Or, you know, cut something like, you know, honestly, you know, Rift Bolt. I mean, Chain Lightning isn't a bad card. It isn't a bad card. Do raised foils Pringle? You know, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, using the raised foil to kind of help push this one, it's interesting. It's interesting. Let's move on to the next one, because I know that this one is spicy, but I just wanted to talk about that. And we have another one that's also spicy here. Vroom. Lava Dart, Monastery Swift Spear, Soulscar Mage, Underworld Breach, and Mishra's Bauble. Now this one is spicy, and boy is it a spicy one, because you have Breach in here. And Breach is a card. Let's go ahead and talk about this. Toru Terada has been on our radar for a while. While he's less known stateside, he's built a reputation in the Japanese illustration world, and we're fans. When it came time to do a drop based on depicting aggressive speed, his name was the first to come to mind, and he really stepped up to the challenge. In conclusion, good grief, look at that lava dart. I mean, come on, are you kidding me? So we have Lava Dart, Monastery Swiftspear, Soulscar Mage, Breach, and Mishra's Bauble. Let's go ahead and take a look at these different cards. Now, if you wanted to buy all of these cards, obviously, you know, like Lava Dart, 25-cent card, Swiftspear, Soulscar Mage. Swiftspear, it sucks that it got hit with a ban in Pauper, because Swiftspear, I mean, take a look at this Secret Lair drop though, the Valentine's Day one. It's still a $10 card over there. Should bring up Scryfall. Banned in Pauper, legal in all the other stuff. I don't know how good Swiftspear does in Modern these days. I'm assuming not that great. But Swiftspear also very cheap. Soulscar Mage. Oh, Soulscar Mage, a little bit of value. Well, 69 cents. It has a Secret Lair as well, so we could kind of look at that one, about $3.69. But then you have Bauble, which is a good card. Pretty cool to get a Secret Lair Mishra's Bauble. Chat, I think that's the first Bauble we've ever seen that has a Secret Lair. Bauble before the reprint was like a $40 card. Like a $40 card. Well, here's the thing though. Breach is still a very intense and very good EDH card. It is a CEDH staple, and it's played in a lot of red decks. All right, so Underworld Breach, $5 card, but you know, we have a special guest version over here that's 18. I would imagine that this card as low as $5 for just the base copy version. And just to remind everybody, Underworld Breach, banned in Pioneer, banned in Modern, banned in Legacy, banned in Explorer. It's a game changer in Commander. It has legality in Vintage, Timeless, Brawl, Historic, and Oathbreaker. But in Legacy, Modern, Pioneer, Explorer, you can see the card is just way too freaking good, and it's been banned. But it is a game changer in Commander. I don't see them banning it. You can't just keep banning all the good red stuff. So let's look at these cards. The Lava Dart, it looks amazing. The art is freaking fantastic on it. You got Swiftspear, looks amazing. Honestly, dude, the Soulscar Mage looks amazing. These all look pretty freaking fantastic. I love the red and yellow, the red, white, black kind of vibe that's going on in all of these is really sick. And yeah, I can see people really going pretty crazy for a card that's an EDH, CEDH staple. Unlike this one above, where all the cards are kind of like mid if you were to price them out. This one is not like that. You do have Breach, which is a very good, very playable card. The price of this, $29.99 for non-foil, so $30, $40, and $100, just like the last one. Got the raised foils here. It's going to look like these. And yes, will a raised foil Underworld Breach command like a $50 or $60 price point, maybe more? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. And then Mishra's Bauble as well. This is a card that has good playability in Commander. It's a card that pretty much just cantrips. So like for people that just want redundancy, Mishra's Bauble is a good card. I like Mishra's Bauble. Do you guys sell cards when they get banned? Not really. Not really. I'm not really trying to jump in that race to the bottom, because there's a chance that a card could come off the banned list, that kind of thing. But most of the time, if you held onto a card through a banning, most likely you're just going to eat a loss. You're just going to be in that kind of like rat race to the bottom. Adam says, I get them signed if I can. It makes the artist feel good. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the bans do hurt them. That's true. Like a good example is J-Lo with Elena Danner, right? People used to line up like crazy. It's not like people don't line up like crazy with Elena Danner to get stuff signed, but like Jeweled Lotus, for example, is a good one to look at. And that's it on those. Now we can go ahead and take a look at as well. We got a very important reveal today. This super drop for me, you got Secret Lair X KEXP, you got Secret Lair X where the music matters, you got Artist Series J Howell, you got Everything is on Fire, and you got Vroom. So 5 layers coming out in this specific version. I'm interested to see if any of the raised foil stuff ends up getting bundled in with anything. Like, are you able to get everything bundled? Is there going to be like, if you get both raised foils, is that going to be something? But kind of interesting here, the ultimate pencil super drop. And I don't know if you're actually going to get a pencil. There is something about a pencil. Every single order from the ultimate pencil super drop includes Secret Lair's very first pencil. We'll see what that actually ends up meaning. So let's go back here. I want to take a look at the actual deck. What was the deck? What was the name of the deck that came out today? That's it. And then we have Secret Lair Everyone's Invited deck list. Let's go ahead and take a look at this as well, because I do feel like this is worth going over. So let's write down. If you are enjoying the stream, click like and subscribe. We are simply 13 likes away from 69. Can we please get to 69 likes, chat? Let's get there. Adam says, got my Lotus signed. Person guy, once we get another 2 loot cards, we'd love to see them do a loot Secret Lair. Oh, okay. I could see that. Oh, a pencil. Sign me up. Margaret Organ Keene told us a story about her neighbor's cat needing to be shaved due to a honey spill. Oh, God. You get a pencil. $1 pencil for your cards. I don't understand the pencil thing. I don't understand it. Hype pencils. Everybody's excited for the pencil. Yeah, so one last thing I will say about all of those Secret Lairs we just talked about. Keep in mind, in addition to what is there, there is going to be a secret card. So in that raised foil thing, are we going to see some crazy Secret Lair card that is just like the most hype shit possible? Maybe so. There could be something really good in there. Or it could be more, you know, retro foil zombies. It could just be more of that kind of thing, you know, like when they were doing all of the extended art slivers. So it could be something themed to the lair, or it could just be that standard run of the mill, like it was stained glass planeswalkers, and then it was extended art slivers, and then it is retro foil zombies, and then you might get some sort of extremely rare Secret Lair card that is just seeded in. Because in a lot of ways, Secret Lair has kind of become these are you get cards in there that you know you're going to get, but then they end up being like booster packs, like Fallout, for example, where you're opening a Fallout Secret Lair and then you have a chance of pulling a Mana Vault that's extremely expensive, right? So yeah, Secret Lair is kind of like it's a loot box. All right, so today on April 28th, 2025, Secret Lair Everyone's Invited Commander deck list. We got some information today. We got an entire deck list spoiled for us today, and we'll go ahead and talk about that. Soar. You and everyone you know have been cordially invited to the launch of Secret Lair's latest Commander deck. The Commander decks in the past have done kind of well. Some of them have, anyway. For example, Secret Lair Commander deck Cats and Dogs debuted at $150 and is now worth $350. But then you have decks like 20 Ways to Win, which came out and hasn't appreciated as much. You can look at the yearly chart on it, and it had this debut price that was very high, and now has very much kind of like, you know, dropped down. Not saying that $180 for a deck that sold for $150 is bad, but some of them do better than others. For example, Cat and Dog Factor is pretty good. What was the other one? Heads I win, tails you lose. Heads I win, tails you lose, for example, another one that has done well, right? You look at the price of this, and boom. Oh man, pretty good, right? And that's not even, I think we might even be able to get oh, it's just giving us all the cards. We can't look at the actual deck itself. But not bad. Cute to Brute. Also has not done that bad. When you look at the chart, nice little jump in price there. There's some good cards in this one. So keep that in mind. Look up these different decks when you go in to buy one of these. Give yourself a little bit of an idea of what makes it good, what might make you want to pass on it, that kind of thing. I still regret not paying enough attention to the Angels one. Oh yeah. Yeah, Angel deck price. That's a good one. What was that one called? They're just like us. Oh. They're just like us, but cooler and with wings. That's what it is. Holy shit, you guys. Holy shit, you guys. Jesus. 578. It's insane. $578. Wow. Oh my goodness gracious. Hold on one second, Corey. Let me check. Did you send it to my Discord? Oh yeah, you sent it. Wow. Wow. That is honestly just truly insane. That is just wild, man. Yeah, it has a lot of great Scott Fisher art. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So these can typically do well, and sometimes they don't do that great, but most of them are worth more than what people paid for them out the gate. This is an insane return on this. If you bought these Angel decks at 150, they are performing better than most of the stocks in the S&P 500. So, just saying. Secret Lair Commander deck, everyone's invited. Product details. You got Morph on the Boundless in here. The art on it is just incredible. And yeah, let me finish reading this. You and everyone you know have been cordially invited to the launch of Secret Lair's latest Commander deck, and everyone's invited. Commander deck celebrates the spirit of coming together for an epic party with cards fit for low-key kickback or a real rager. You and every single creature type can party until the sun comes up when the everyone's invited commander deck drops on May 12th. You've got Morph the Boundless, got Raise the Palisade, choose a creature type, return all creatures that aren't of the chosen type to their owner's hand. That is a card, baby. That is a very good card. It is available in double rainbow foil. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. You got Maskwood Nexus in here. This is a card that is very good, very playable card. That is pretty sweet. Designed by Studio X's Megan Smith and Victoria Sperling, the Everyone's Invited Commander deck combines typical strategies from a variety of creature types in one ready-to-play commander deck. Helmed by Morph the Boundless, this deck utilizes a bevy of shapeshifters that are every single creature type in Magic. They're elves, slivers, homerids, and more, and they're here to party. You get one ready-to-play commander deck, which includes 10x borderless double rainbow foil cards featuring new artwork. That is the big pull with the Secret Lairs. You're getting new art. 1x non-foil Rin and Ciri Inseparable, and 89 non-foil Planeswalker Stamp reprints. Okay. 10x non-foil double-sided tokens. 4 of them are double rainbow foil shapeshifter tokens. 1 Morph the Boundless display commander not legal in sanctioned play. The price on this is 200 buckarooskies. 200 buckarooskos. The deck is part of the Ultimate Pencil Superdrop and launches on May 12th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on MagicSecretLair.com, which is where we just were. This deck is available in limited quantities. You'll receive free shipping on all orders from MagicSecretLair.com that include the Everyone's Invited Commander deck. Everyone's Invited, you got Coat of Arms in here. This is a card. Deck includes 10 borderless double rainbow foil cards, each featuring brand new artwork. That is the big pull, like I just said. Morph Raise the Palisades. Yeah, we have right now, chat, full spoilers going on for this thing. Bitter Blossom, Tauren Mauler, Avengers Zendikar Kindred Summons, Tendershoot Dryad, Coat of Arms, Maskwood Soul Ring. I mean, we've got a pretty dope Soul Ring. These are all in full art, so do not confuse that with extended art. Extended art just typically goes across the art box, but full art extends over the borders. This is something that we've seen. There are some good cards in here. That Bitter Blossom is dope. That Tauren Mauler is great. Tauren Mauler, very good, iconic commander card. We're so close to 69 likes, chat. We're eight likes away from 69. Get us there. Come on. And then obviously you have more fun. So the art on these new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get a Soul Ring, a Maskwood Nexus. The Soul Ring is probably going to be a pretty penny if I had to guess. Coat of Arms is sick. This is a really good card. Tendershoot Dryad. This is a really nice reprint. Kindred Summons. This is a really good card. Avenger of Zendikar. Iconic card. It's got like a keg for a head here. Jeez. What is going on? A keg for a head? Yeah, everybody's partying. All creature types. Retro says this is a witty and supportive comment. I appreciate. Yes, it is witty and supportive. Thank you, Retro, for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. I really do like the Coat of Arms. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the deck list. 4 rainbow foil. All right, here we go. Oh, nice. And we can mouse over it and we get to see everything. So that's cool. Avenger, Tendershoot, Harper Recruiter. When Harper Recruiter attacks, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a cleric card, a rogue card, a warrior card, and or a wizard card from among them. Put those cards in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You know what I kind of want to do? I wonder if anybody's already done this. I think I want to do it. Let me... It will sell out instantly. You think so, Charles? Magda's in here. Chameleon Colossus. Feline Sovereign. Realm Walker. Bernard Ginger Sculptor. I mean, $200 deck. Bruce is in here. Cloud Shredder Sliver. Kiri Talented Sprout. Rin and Siri. Sophia. Unsettled Mariner. Imposter of the Sixth Pride. Kinsblade Cavalier. I mean, it is Changelings. Firebelly Changeling. Slivers. Guardian Gladewalker. Ooh, wow. Aniswith Sliver. Stick Together. Kindred Dominance. Ooh, Kindred Dominance is in here. Let's go. Cultivate. Farseek. Kodama's Reach. Okay. Bitter Blossom is a good card. Arcane Adaptation. Double Down. And Kindred and Black Market Connections. Oh, geez. That's good. Bitter Blossom. Crib Swap. Okay. Kindred Summons. Wait, why is Crib Swap on here twice? What am I missing here? Oh, got it. I wonder if anyone has put this over on Moxfield yet. That's kind of what I want to do with this. Get an idea of what this deck is worth, even though it doesn't really matter with something like this. Poster says, okay, I'm home. It could only sell out instantly if the line worked. I'm guessing it's like a year too late to talk about the Faithless Looting art. Which Faithless Looting? It's instant and Kindred, right? I see. So I need to ignore the Kindred stuff, right? Yeah, T-Dog, you can link. I don't know if it will shut the link down automatically. You can also send it to my my Discord and I can find it from there. Did Watsy say shapeshifter creature types count as every type like the changeling? I believe so. Or no, Paige is saying they do have to say changeling. It's already at MTG Goldfish. Let me head over there. There's a what? There's a tormentor? Oh, Strixhaven Faithless Looting. Okay, what about it? I'm not seeing it. Oh, here we go. All right, so tabletop 223. Okay, so it's right around that price. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Let's look at the heavy hitters here. Shapeshifter, or excuse me, Shape Sharer. Target shapeshifter becomes a copy of target creature until end of turn. Didn't you just find that page? That's pretty cool. Just bought an OG foil one. You got Kinsblade Cavalier, $15 card. Rin and Siri Inseparable is 26. Is it really? That is wild. You also have Kindred Dominance in here, $10 card. Raise the Palisade, $10 card. Kindred Summons, $10 card. Coat of Arms, $16 card. Bitter Blossom, $15. Black Market Connections, $13. So a lot of stuff that's good in here. And then, as per usual, our mana base is kind of booty. You got the World Tree, which isn't a bad card. Mutavault, which isn't a bad card. Gilt-Leaf Palace, which isn't bad. And then a bunch of, you know, pain lands. And I say bad, but I don't actually mean bad. The pain lands are actually very good cards, but when it comes to upgrading a mana base, pain lands typically go pretty quickly. Like stuff like Jungle Shrine, these kind of cards that enter the battlefield tapped, these would ultimately end up coming out, in my opinion, if you wanted to upgrade the mana base, and you would have, you know, Frontier Bivouac, these kind of things that are your tri-lands that enter tapped. These would be replaced with your Triomes and your lands from Streets of New Capenna. That way you're able to tutor them up with fetch lands. So when you have a 5-color deck like this, the mana base typically is something that I would work on first. Five9 says the deck utilizes a bevy of shapeshifters that are every single creature type in Magic, extremely misleading for casual players like me. LOL. That quote pulled from the Secret Lair article revealing the deck. I see what you're saying, Five9, because you're thinking that all of the creatures would end up being, if it's like a shapeshifter, it needs to specifically be a changeling. I see what you're saying. Well, let's get a little poll going. Previous poll here was Secret Lair, everything is on fire. Are you buying? 85% say no. Let's end that poll and let's get a poll going for the commander deck. Want to know who is interested in this deck. It looks like, based on this MTG Goldfish breakdown, that the tabletop version of this is $223, so just a little bit over the price. However, if you're buying it and getting it shipped, I imagine after tax and shipping, it's probably going to cost more than that. And if you're in Canada, it's going to be extremely expensive, as per usual. Let's get a poll going. Are you buying Secret Lair commander deck? Everyone's invited. Let's find out. Let us know. What are you buying? Are you buying it? I want to know. I wanna know. And I'm here to break down the price on this before you buy it. To find out if you want it. All right, so as a reminder, the Secret Lair party starts on May 12th, and everyone's invited. Commander deck will only be available on the Secret Lair website. I do see that Adventures of Little Witch foil is still available at $60. And we still have all of these. This is kind of like the Walk of Shame area here. You have the old layers that just didn't sell out. The Pure Power bundle, the Enchanting Encore bundle, and yeah, it's kind of interesting what doesn't work, what does work. Got the Back to Basics Purdain Sphinx, the Arcade Racers, this one that has Murktide Regent. You know, these just did not sell out. This is kind of a big difference from what we used to see with Secret Lair. Like, it would just be gone, it would be done. And I mean, we still have Hatsune Miku cards. Like, the Planeswalker, Hatsune Miku Planeswalkers, that was not something that people were into. And then we also had this fairest drop of all. I guess because it's just like words on the front and words on the back. That was not enough for people. People were looking for a little bit more than that. And now all of these have kind of been bundled together and you could just buy them. So kind of interesting. Kind of interesting there. Nice chat. We hit 69 likes. Let's go. Let's go. And also, is anybody super surprised that Secret Lair High Class of 87 Foil Edition did not sell out? Somehow it just didn't. We didn't get there. We didn't get there. I don't know what happened, but just wasn't really everybody's cup of tea. So something to keep in mind. And then Garden Buds, which is a more recent one, is still kind of hanging out. I'm wondering if it has to do with just, I don't know, just this is kind of I mean, this one's good. I like this one. I like what's going on here. Yeah, and then you have Adventures of Little Witch. So something interesting. I want to see how this poll is doing. Currently 35 people have voted. Are you buying Secret Lair Commander deck? Everyone's invited. 40% so far saying yes, 60% are saying no. I want to catch up on chat here and see how chat is feeling about this stuff. Poor Canada. Eddie says, I'm interested but can't financially handle that, so I'm a hit yes, but no, I'm not buying it. 59 says right. Poster, I bought a box of Dragonstorm. 59 says, but besides all that, 10 cards are gorgeous. It's because I've been collecting them. Zach G says, I buy every deck. Seeing the Angels price, I might have to sell mine. Yeah, I have 2 of the Raining Cats and Dogs that I'm just kind of sitting on. Recess 11 says, don't think I can justify a $200 to $250 for it. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on this one. I'm not entirely super into it. And for that reason, I might have to pass. Steven says, I'm happy I got the Deadpool for Foil Secret Lair. Yes. Has Deadpool gone through a spike? I'm kind of interested in that. A lot of those Deadpool cards. No, that's about where it's been. About 70 for the Deadpool. So not bad. I mean, the one thing that we can say about this Secret Lair deck is that the extended art cards do look pretty sweet. The Morphon, the Rays, Bitter Blossom, Mauler, Avengers, Zendikar, Kindred Summons, Tendershoot Dryad, and Coat of Arms, and then Maskwood Nexus and this Soul Ring. I mean, the Soul Ring is pretty sick. It's pretty cool what's going on here. Artist to the moon for changelings. Everyone who has at least $200 is invited. Yeah, Charles, exactly. It's kind of interesting because it's like, I think for 150 you're going to get a lot more people interested. 200, it's like, I see what we're trying to do here. We're trying to increase the price, but I don't know how much that is going to resonate with the community. I mean, if they sell out, then we can just expect the price of these decks to be 200, right? Corey, as a Canadian, it's going to be like $400 purchase. God, I hope not. Jeez. Poster, don't you Canadians not have to pay for healthcare though? Oh God. Yes, so where the healthcare, you don't have to pay for that. You have to pay more for your Magic cards. That's right. Get a load of the $5 discounts. Geez, way to move the needle. Yeah, Secret Lair Ultimate Cringe Edition didn't sell. What a surprise. Which one are you referring to, Charles? Poster says, I wouldn't use those cards if they were free. Oh, God. 5-9. I am surprised the Swan Song layer didn't sell out. Which one had Swan Song that I didn't miss? Or that I missed? Oh, Hatsune Miku. Yeah. Yeah. Paige is back there. She just knows immediately. Count says you could sell 2 of the Vigilant layers and get it, Jake. That's true. But I am holding on to those Vigilants to the moon. Brad says, I'm getting it, but I don't understand the price increase in $50, but mainly want it due to raise the Palisade. I mean, people are interested in it. Steven says the cards do look good on the commander deck. Corey G, you think so? You think it looks AI on the Soul Ring? Blacker Lotus is just out of hand price-wise for the Deadpool hidden pull. What is Blacker Lotus at right now? Let's see. Wow. All right, so on April Fool's, Deadpool came out, and the Blacker Lotus Rainbow Foil is the secret card in there. And you can see in the art on Vandal Blast, the Black Lotus is on fire. And as we've already talked about, each of these products comes with a secret card. Now, you can get Blacker Lotus, which is obviously the big hit, or you can get Harmless Offering, which is beautiful and features Jeff in the art. However, because it comes in every single one, this card is harmless price-wise as well. It's $1.25 for a near mint foil version of this card. But if you get lucky enough and you pulled the Blacker Lotus, the card after a month is still commanding a very high price point. It just came out. Card started at around I'm seeing it sold at around 145, 3 items sold, and then 234 items were selling on April 10th. Then you have a big price jump, and it's kind of leveled out at around this $300 price. Will Blacker Lotus end up being something that goes even higher than 300? What do you think, chat? And yeah, leave it in the comments. This is definitely something that is interesting. This is a really cool version of a card. Blacker Lotus. Tear it up into pieces, add 4 mana of any one color, remove the pieces from the game. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. This is the kind of thing where if you want to keep up with these Secret Lair breakdowns and stuff like that, I would encourage you to click like and subscribe. Come back in the future, keep up with us whenever a new Secret Lair comes out. Now that we're streaming all the time, we'll probably just do a stream just like this and talk about that kind of thing. I feel like they're printing too many Soul Rings. Yeah, I mean, Soul Ring at this point is just way massively overprinted. We get it in every single commander deck. I don't think there's an issue with that. But just remember that with Secret Lair, it's just different Soul Rings that are all personalized. You have cat and dog ones. You have this, you know, this one that just came out. There's so many different ones. You have one that is Tony Stark's, you know, arc reactor. There's all these different Soul Rings these days. There's so many different ways to personalize your deck. And with Soul Ring being such an iconic card, I don't think there's that much of an issue with that. Soul Ring is the kind of thing where I'm like printed into the ground, especially if we're never going to ban it. So does anyone know what the bonus card was for the Chaos one that just came out? Oh, the Asika's Chariot one? I am not sure. Madamus says, yeah, I need one for my Lotus collection, but yeah, I'll pass. Angling Spiders, looking at it as just an investment, I have done significantly better on secret layers than booster packs. Yes. Yes. Very rarely will you have a secret layer that just goes to absolute zero, right? You might have some that, like very few, that do worse than the price that you paid for them. But more often than not, they go up. Someone out there is going to actually play this and rip it up. Yeah, based on the law of averages. Chat, we are at 69 likes. We're at 80 likes. Let's go. Yeah, everyone needs their perfect soul ring. Exactly, Eddie. Josh says, I mean, they're printing it into the ground at least 10 a year. Yeah, exactly. This is why when we do the break and build videos on this channel, we give ourselves the land, the command tower, the soul ring, and the signet. And the reason is because they are put in every single commander deck, and you can get those 3 cards for like under $2 total these days. Soul ring used to be an expensive card until they reprinted it in everything. And now whenever a new set comes out, that's a great time to stock up on soul rings if you need them. Just like buy 10 of them for like $10. It's great. Five9 says, I mean, Jake, if you're out here chomping on copper dragons, anything is possible. You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong. Insane Goon, they need to put the damn battle bond lands in pre-con. I know, dude. I know. Enters tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. Those need to be in more decks. I agree with you. Also, people would freak out and be like, oh, they put the battle bond lands in here. This is awesome. I want to buy it. Having a couple really good lands, you know, even if they just put 1 or 2 in this commander deck, that would be something where I'm like, oh, sick. That's great. Let's do it. So, I don't know. Just my thoughts. Just my thoughts. Not impressed. I just want more fun, but not for 200 bones. We'll wait for people to break them up, because that's going to be one thing that people do as well. They're going to bust them open. You'll be able to get the singles, all that kind of stuff. All right, well, went over both Secret Lair products. Chat, we have been live for just about 2 hours here. We've got some organizing to do. We're gonna knock out some stuff this stream because I do have company in town. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call this stream a little bit early today. Are you good with that? If we call the stream? You're just sorting? She's back there sorting. I'm going to go ahead and get myself some food because I haven't eaten. So chat, we will catch back up with you on Friday. There will be no Wednesday stream this week. No Wednesday stream this week. We're going to be back on Friday, and we are going to have a stream plan then. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do on that stream, but for this stream today, we are going to go ahead and wrap things up because I want to go ahead and get a couple things done before it gets too late in the day. So I do appreciate all of you hanging out today. Let's go ahead and head on back over here. I know some of you were hoping for an entire 4-hour stream, but today we are going to do just a little bit, wrap things up a couple hours early. But yeah, we will be back on Friday. I appreciate all of you so much. Chat champion was iRock TV. Thank you so much for the $69.69. 69, very nice. We hit 69 likes. We reviewed both the Secret Lair products, and yeah, I appreciate all of you so much. 59, Poster, Corey G, all the mods that were hanging out, Arcanal, everybody. Oh, Arcanal, yes, please get in touch with me about the Ugin. I only need 10 minutes of your time. Yes, I just pulled one, so I don't know, like, if you want me to just send value over. I looked through my fetch lands and I don't have a lot of spare fetch lands, so I don't know if there's anything you want other than that. But I'll send you a Discord message in like an hour or something like that, and we can get we can try to find something there. Bye bye, honey. Mommy loves you. I love you, mom. I appreciate you. Noodle Banana, I appreciate you. Y'all, I appreciate y'all so much. We will talk to you soon, okay? I'm gonna get out of here for now. I've got some videos to make. I want to get a short made, and we'll talk to y'all very soon, okay? I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. All right, Count, you take care, all right? Catch you soon. Thank you, guys. Baby. Yeah, Adam, I'll see you on Wednesday. See you on Wednesday. Let y'all kind of file out here. The stream is ending. Oh, baby. The stream is coming to an end. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Really appreciate you guys. Retro says bye, Paige. She says bye. Yeah, we will be back on Friday. All right, y'all. Have a good one.